Remember when Mario Kart World first got revealed and we all thought, wow, this looks pretty good. And then we saw the price and went, oh, okay, Nintendo, what the f do you think you're doing? And at least for me, I expected some form of post-launch support for this game. I mean, I am spending $80 after all. Maybe new courses, characters, costumes, and some new features will be added in future updates. Well, none of that was ever confirmed. But we did get a Mario Kart World update earlier today. And don't get too excited because this update adds literally nothing to the game. In fact, it does the complete opposite. You heard that right. Along with a few bug fixes, this Mario Kart World update has completely removed a feature that people actually liked. Let me explain. So remember those intermissions? You know, the in-between segments that most people didn't really like because they took time away from the actual courses themselves, and instead had you driving in a mostly straight line for most of the race? Well, if you didn't like them, there were ways to bypass them in every mode. In Versus, it's as simple as clicking on a course twice to get the standard 3-lap race that we're normally used to in Mario Kart. Online rooms with friends function the same way, but when playing online races with random people, for some odd reason, Nintendo brought back the random selection of 3 courses to choose from, as it was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In Mario Kart World's case, your options were right next to the course you played previously, because, you know, they want you to drive to the course. But there was also an option to select a random course, and what that did was that it selected a random course from around the map. And if you got a course that wasn't nearby, it would be a standard 3-lap race. So pretty much everyone was happy with this. Even if it was just a development oversight, people were happy because, again, not many people liked the intermission segments. Surely Nintendo wouldn't update the game to remove this. Oh, there it is. Great. Yes, so now when selecting random during an online versus race, it will now prioritize the 3 tracks that are nearby to your current location. And yes, this means that the straightaway segments are now forced. Kinda. There is still a slight chance you will get a random course with 3 laps like you used to get when selecting random, but now those chances are way lower. And I just can't help but ask why. Nintendo, people liked this aspect of the game. You already limited the option to select any course you want when playing online for whatever reason, so now you put in more limitations? What's the point? I just don't see why they've gone through so many hoops to force these intermissions on people. You didn't let us disable them in Grand Prix, and in Versus, it was a bit vague on how you're supposed to just play a course with 3 laps, but I was willing to let that slide because at least the option was there regardless. But now, you choose to basically strip people of that option that was once there. So what exactly does this mean for the future of online Mario Kart World? Well, I'm sure Knockout Tour is still going to be perfectly fine because that mode is actually pretty fun when playing online. But as for the normal race option, I don't really see it maintaining that player base that it once had. Because the truth is, when you give people only 3 courses to choose from out of, what, the 30 that are available in the game, of course, they're going to want a chance to select another course 9 times out of 10. But with this new update, I can only see people getting discouraged from playing this mode. Unless if you really like the intermissions, I guess. Who knows, maybe I was just expecting too much from Nintendo, right? Because again, you charge a premium for your game, you're going to have people expecting premium support for said game. This is not at all a pro-consumer choice, and it's basically just a big f*** you to the community that made your overpriced game successful in the first place. So I really hope that in future updates, Nintendo actually adds features and quality of life improvements that people actually want to see. And you know, again, maybe some extra content would be nice too. Just saying. But that wraps up this short news video. Sorry for the rant, but this really did piss me off, and a lot of other people as well. And sorry if I repeated a lot of the things I wanted to say. This video is practically just off the dome. It wasn't supposed to be this in-depth critique of Nintendo's decisions or whatever, but I digress. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.